Hello, everyone. Welcome to Create Your Vision for 2023. I'm so excited to have all of you here join me on this journey of creating your future here. And my name is Helena. I'm so excited to see you. This is actually part 2 of our Create Your Vision for 2023. And I have my notes here. So if I'm looking down on my paper, it's I want to make sure that I am not missing anything during our session here. Today, we are going to dive into part 2 of diving into your Vision 2023. And we're going to talk a lot about our daily practices. This is more the strategizing piece of the Create Your Vision. I think that we can, have all these goals that we want to achieve, but most importantly, we have to make sure that we are having a good strategy going into the year. That way we don't lose momentum, and to make it into a daily habit. That way we can continue to drive our success and it continues to be sustainable. I'm going to share my screen here. We're going to do a recap of our course in terms of session 1. Let me just move on here. Well, I wanted to introduce myself again. I'm Helena Larson. I'm the founder of Her Empowered Life. I started Her Empowered Life coaching since 2017. And I'm very excited to announce that we are going to be rebranding. And we have been working on rebranding for quite a while now. And our new site is going to be launched this coming January 17. And it's going to be a little bit of a different look, because a lot of my topics surround, spirituality. And so I don't want to deter women who are interested in personal development. So the personal development courses are going to still continue, but we are going to have a separate sector now called Mind Shift, which is more for the personal development side. And then the other spirituality side will be Nine of Cups. And Nine of Cups is going to be focused on spiritual awakening, more for empaths. So that way, ladies who are more in tune with the spirituality, that wants to dive in deeper into that aspect, would have a more options available for them. Well, I'm originally from Singapore, and I am biracial. I have had a lot of different experiences in my life that I've encountered, and I think that that has created my own life resume, and which is why I am so excited to help ladies in their empowerment journey. I have 5 children, ages from 22 to 11. And my history in terms of work experience in Singapore, I was in marketing and advertising for a lot of the years. And then when I came to the US, that's how I met my husband. I started off in banking. That was 13 or 14 years ago now. And I have my background in human resource here. And for most of my career, I have managed and coached a lot of individuals. And so my passion has always been about women empowerment, because through my life journey, I've been through a lot of ups and downs, and there has been a lack of support in my life. And I feel like there is a need to help women feel empowered to make a change in their life and not stuck in the victim mentality, but empower yourself with tools and knowledge to be able to, achieve more in their lives. So, which is why I kind of blend the two, in terms of the coaching and with the woman empowerment. There comes Her Empowered Life coaching business. So we're going to move on here. Like I said, Create Your Vision 2023 is split into three different series, three parts. The last video is more around how you can visually create your vision board. And today we're going to, like I said, dive more into our daily practice, which is the part 2 of our series. But we're going to do a recap of what we went over previously in part 1. So we talk a lot about visual goals. Creating a vision board, a vision board is any sort of board that you can display your image to represent what you want to achieve in your life. And in my, part 1 video, I mentioned that there is no right or wrong. You set your own rules of how you want to create your vision board. You can section it however you want to. And have a vision that a visual pictures that actually represents the different areas in your life. If you do want to section them, and you can use a corkboard. Like I said, I share my own vision board with you. Mine is more in the form of a frame, so you can do however you want. You can use quotes, you can use scrap paper, you can be creative, make it all pretty, because ultimately you want it to be a source of inspiration for you. Pictures need to be able to kind of help you visualize. I also shared, I used Canva in my vision board. I actually put my pictures on the image of my picture on the background of the pictures that inspires me, because what it does is it really helps me be able to see myself in that space. So visualization allows us to remove all emotion surrounding negativity and instead place our attention on actions that will enable us to achieve personal success. So it is very important for you to find a picture that really inspires you, that really brightens up your day. And I also did mention putting your vision board somewhere where you can actually see. Visualization to actualization. Visualization through visual imagery to make visible, such as to see or form a mental image. That's the definition of what visualization is. And why is it important? Because it really helps us see ourselves in that space. I did mention in my previous video too about law of attraction. Law of attraction is, set your intention. And it's much, much more than just having a vision board and having your pictures on there. It's really seeing yourself in that space, imagining how it would smell like, imagine how it would feel like. Those are very important for you to bring that, to attract that visualization to actualization. Now we're going to go to our part 2 of our webinar, which is more about our daily practice. Daily reflection. Self-reflection can help you process your thoughts and feelings. Why is reflection important? Because it helps us gain insight into ourselves by examining our thoughts and feelings. So I think it's very important for you to have a daily practice of really waking up with the intention to set your day. I think that for myself, I personally wake up a little bit earlier than my kids. Before anybody in my house wakes up, I wake up. I like that quiet time for myself so that I can reset, I can energize. And I think that that's really important for you to do, to have some sort of a ritual to connect with yourself and to ground yourself and to set your intention for your day. And like I said, with the vision board, it's good to kind of place it somewhere where you can see it pretty often. That way you are not distracted by anything else. Your focus is just yourself during that time. It doesn't have to be long and drawn out. It could be 10, 15 minutes. I like to do it when I'm putting on my makeup. Do whatever works for you. I think that it makes a big difference how you set intention for your day and how you end your intention for the day. I would say start with meditation. I personally meditate differently. I don't think meditation, and that's one thing that I want to correct everybody's thoughts around meditation. Because a lot of people's impression of meditation is you sit down in a quiet space, you kind of sit with your legs crossed, and then you just and that's not really what It truly is. I mean, meditation can be in so many different ways. I personally, I can meditate when I'm putting on my makeup. I meditate when I'm taking a walk. I meditate when I am, in the morning when I'm just by myself. I meditate just during the quiet time. The main thing is that your mind is quiet and your focus is on you. You don't think too much about what's going on, what you're going to do next, what you're going to, what your problem is. You're just, being still and being in the moment and just let your thoughts flow. And I think that really refreshes you to really just understand and remember that everything else doesn't matter at this moment and it's just you, and really to just focus on you and nothing else. And I also like to meditate when I knit. I think knitting is really great. I personally have anxiety. I don't know about you, but when I knit, I like to just kind of be in my thoughts and just let it flow. And I think that it calms me down and it grounds me. Any practice that essentially grounds you will be really great to do. Like I said, there is no hard and fast rule around how meditation can happen, because we are all very busy people, right? You have stuff, you have kids that are going to school, you get them ready. There's just so much going on. So do what works best for you. You don't have to, if you don't have time, create an extra time. Just kind of build it into your routine. So if you are putting on makeup, maybe add that additional step where you are actually, being calm in yourself and just really thinking, letting your thoughts flow through and be in the moment when you're putting in your makeup. There's just so many ways to do it. The other thing that I think that would be great is start your day with some sort of a devotion. I personally like to use tarot cards. So this is my tarot card. I use my tarot cards very often to connect with my guides. That's one tool, because I think sometimes we are not very creative, right? Because we're so busy and we don't have time to think about those things. So I think that using tools to help you set your rituals will be great. The other thing is like a devotion, and devotion doesn't have to be like biblically related at all. If you are a Christian and you like to use the morning devotion that involves scriptures in the Bible and all that, that is great. You can use that. But if you're someone that is non-denominational, you are not a Christian, you don't want to do all that Bible verses type stuff, there are many books right now out there that is very helpful for that. Like I think it was last year, I used the Book of Awakening by Mark Nepo. Very great. And what it does is the book actually has 365 days of reflection for you. So you don't really have to think too much about it. Like today is the 9th of January, then just go to 9th of January, read your reflection, and then maybe let that be the theme for your day. Let it sink in, let it just kind of help you just kind of connect with yourself through the day, and then tomorrow is another thought. So that could be a tool to kind of help you stay focused. I find that having a book like that really helps me not have to think too much about it. This year, I went to Patina's and I got this book called Everyday Mantras. And so I'm going to start my, which I have already started, it's also 365 days worth of mantras. And every day I just read one mantra and then I just kind of let it sink in and think about it throughout the day. And I think it brings some inspiration and also helps you open your perspective and look at things a little bit differently because you have something that you start the day with. So I would say use some of these tools to help you. One thing about daily practice, do not make it complicated. Do not take too much time. Help yourself, set yourself up so that it is something that you can do every single day without, too much heavy lifting on your part. The other thing is daily affirmations. Daily affirmations are positive statements that can help you overcome your challenges and your self-sabotage and negative thoughts. And when you repeat them often and believe in them, you can start to make positive changes. Like I said, set your intention. Sometimes you're like, okay, what do I think about? Here are some ideas. I personally like Louise Hay. She is a really great mentor. There is a ton of videos from her, and she focuses on self-love. So, if you are not too sure how to do a daily affirmation, I would encourage you to go to YouTube and watch a few of her videos. She basically shares examples of self-affirmation that is really going to help you feel connected to yourself and feel good about yourself. The other person that he's an author that I really watch a lot of his videos is Wayne Dyer. He too has a lot of positive affirmation. Basically, affirmations are words that you affirm of yourself, right? So if, let's say, you don't have a lot of confidence, you feel you don't feel very happy, you feel like you are full of anxiety. Like I said before, in the law of attraction, what you say and the words that you say to yourself is a very important. It sets the tone. So positive affirmation, I can share an example. I always tell myself, I am beautiful, I'm smart, I am wealthy, I'm abundant, I am strong, I'm a great entrepreneur, my business is successful. Like, maybe you don't think it is, but assume that it is already happening for you. And the more you say it and repeat to yourself, if, let's say, you're someone that wants to lose weight, you can say positive affirmation to yourself. I am lean, my body is shrinking, I am feeling strong, I am, my back fat is dissolving, I am getting leaner, and I'm feeling lighter. And you know what I mean? Like, so think of words that put yourself in that state, let's put it that way. And it takes practice. I know it sounds stupid, when you are not used to doing that, because I used to think that it sounds kind of dumb, but I do that first thing in the morning. I do that when I go to sleep. When you are falling asleep, the energy that you take to bed is the energy you wake up with. So like I said, ending your day with positive affirmation is also very important. And if you are someone that has a lot of anxiety and you cannot fall asleep easily, which I struggle with sleep, I use daily affirmation when I am falling to sleep. And I keep telling myself, I am blessed, I'm wealthy, I'm abundant, I'm healthy, I'm beautiful, I'm losing weight, I'm shrinking, I'm skinny, I am, I am strong, I am powerful, And then as I say that, I just kind of drift into sleep, and that really, really helps me feel strong in the day, because I kind of ended the day in a positive note. So I think daily affirmation is so important. It's going to help you feel focused. It will help you feel positive. And, if you say it enough, you're going to believe it. And like I said, it takes practice. It's a muscle that needs to be built. So don't be too hard on yourself if it doesn't feel natural at the moment. Inspirational words. I think another form of inspiration for me is looking at quotes. I'm just sharing some of the quotes that I had created before. And I think that it is very it is very important to be inspired. So the other tool that you can use is through Instagram. Instagram has a lot of good inspirational posts sometimes, where there is quotes, and some of the quotes are really good. The other tool you can use is Pinterest. Pinterest has all sorts of different quotes that you can use, and that definitely could be something that would inspire you. Sometimes you can use an inspirational quote for the week. You can print it, you can put it on your pin board, on your vision board, just to go along with your vision board to kind of help you stay focused. I would say use it as a reminder, but it needs to be a source of inspiration. So don't think too hard. Use the tools that's already out there. People use Pinterest all the time, and people use, look at look at Facebook and look at Instagram all the time, just take a copy of that, on your phone. You can capture it on your phone. So that way, when you go on your phone, or when you're having a tough time, or you are having a rough day, you can just very quickly look at it, and it just really changes the tone of the day for you. I already mentioned meditation. I think it's really good to journal down your thoughts. Sometimes when you are meditating, I find myself anyway, when I'm meditating, it really helps bring some stuff to the surface, or maybe there is some theme that actually showed up during your meditation, and all of a sudden, sometimes during my meditation, I get inspired, I get ideas. And so I think having that journal to be able to write down your thoughts can be very helpful for you to refer back, in during the day, so that way you can see your journey, your evolution. But I think journaling, sometimes whatever comes to mind, you write it down, and you might be able to write more because you might have more emotions coming through you. I think sometimes we get a lot of anxiety in our life because everything that we think of is stuck in our heads. But try to let it go and write it down, because I think when you transfer your thoughts into writing, it clears your mind and you feel like you'll be able to focus a lot better. So try that, and I think that it's really going to help you ground yourself, and also help you be able to really look back and see your evolution as you progress throughout the year. Like I said, your daily recharge is going to be very important. This is separate from the time that you set your intention for the day, right? You're setting your intention for the day, beginning of the day, look at your vision board. However you meditate, you can do it during your makeup time. You can do it when you're knitting. You can do it when nobody's around. You just want to sit down and have a coffee and just meditate and be calm and quiet your mind. Now, daily recharge is a little bit different. It's spending dedicated time for yourself. That's a very important form of self-care, especially if you're an empath. We need time to be quiet. We need time to recharge, especially, as women or as moms, we need to be able to take just that 10, 15 minutes to just be by ourselves. And sometimes it could be just taking a bubble bath. Maybe sometimes it's just reading your favorite book. Sometimes it's just being in a room quiet, just doing what you want to do at that particular time, or maybe just taking that 10, 15 minutes to exercise. Whatever it is, maybe it's just having that favorite cup of coffee. It doesn't have to be long and drawn out. It just needs to be something that you specifically set aside for yourself so that you can recharge. And that is so important, because so much can happen during the day and you need time to regroup and to recap and to reflect. And that really would help you feel more grounded. And I mentioned a lot about grounding yourself. The daily practice of keeping things simple and grounding yourself, whatever ways you ground yourself, is going to be very important in your success. I think that the strategy should be to keep things very simple. Don't overcomplicate. Use the tools that's there to help you, but now you're using it to help you stay focused and to help you as in your daily practice of setting your intention and feeling energized and feeling recharged is the key to keeping it sustainable. Because anything that's complicated or too cumbersome is not going to help you stay consistent. The goal is to be focused in the daily actions, and it doesn't have to be long and drawn out. It just have to be consistent. Consistency is going to help build your success, and setting the tone for the day and doing it daily will in turn become a habit. So that way it isn't anything that's out of the blue. But again, you need to set a routine so it's part of your lifestyle. I already mentioned there's a lot of times your vision board and your lifestyle A lot of people, want all the things that they want to achieve on the vision board, but they can't really do it on the long term because it's not part of their lifestyle. So the goal of this in our part 2 series is your daily practice that is going to in turn make it into a lifestyle. So it's not anything foreign anymore. So I hope that our part 2 serves you and give you some ideas on how to, make it into a daily practice. You can think about it. I think it's a good idea to take time to meditate on how you want to incorporate the practice of those small little strategies that's going to help you be successful. In our next part, we're going to dive into how we can stay focused and keep focused, right? Life happens and things come up, but how can we remain focused and how can we be more intentional in the strategy, not just on our daily strategy, but when things come up, how can we continue to stay focused and continue to keep at our success? That is something that we're going to dive into in part 3. And I'll see you very soon. I hope that you take some notes, journal down your thoughts or any inspiration that come to mind. And we will see you in our part 3 in keeping focus very soon. And so now I'm going to stop sharing and I look forward to seeing you in our part 3 of our series. We're going to dive into the 12 areas of life. And I think that will really help you really think through the different pieces of your life. And I'm really excited to share with you. I do have a workbook for that, and I'm going to link that. And I'm sorry, my dog is big snoring. You can hear in the background. But I will see you in our part 3 of our Create Your Vision 2023 series. And I hope that you have gained some insight about what you want to do in terms of creating your daily practice. And I'll see you soon.